when Acharya Abhinavagupta once said, "How beautiful is the land of Kashmir! How cool is the shade provided by the trees! How lovely are these lovely fields of saffron! The mountain range is full of scenic beauty, and streams full of nectar flowing beneath them, adding new dimensions to life. Full of this diverse and amazing beauty, how can't the Valley of Kashmir be beautiful?" Namaskar. My name is Aarav Ganju. I am 11 years old and attend Pioneer Elementary School in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. In this video, I will educate you all about Acharya Abhinavagupta and his works. The history of Acharya Abhinavagupta are all based off of research and can vary between sources. Let's begin. Acharya Abhinavagupta was born into a Kashmiri Brahmin family around 950 BC, which is approximately 2,100 years after the establishment of the Indus Valley Civilization and about 1,000 years before the recorded birth of Jesus Christ. His parents were Sri Narasingha Gupta as the father and mother Vimla, who he refers to Vimla Kala in his writings as a mark of reference. Sri Narasingha Gupta was a Sanskrit grammar teacher. This was probably the early education of young Acharya Abhinavagupta at home itself. All of the teachers and gurus of Acharya Abhinavagupta were no ordinary humans, but rather experts at their respective subjects. In his writings, he wrote about his gurus and teachers with great respect. Here's a short video clip by Dr. Mark Dechkowski explaining how Acharya Abhinavagupta involved his gurus, teachers, and students in his writings.
He praises all his gurus at the beginning of his work, especially a man called Shambhunatha, who came from Jalandhara, whose teacher was from South India called Sumati. At the beginning he talks about his gurus and praises them as his standard form in India. And then at the end he shows so much love and care and respect for his students that he likes to mention them also.
It is believed that Acharya Abhinavagupta had made 41 works. Unfortunately, most of which are lost because of the barbaric attacks by the outsiders. Fortunately, it is believed whatever was left after the destruction got consolidated again due to the efforts of Swami Ramji Maharaj. The largest and most famous work by Acharya Abhinavagupta is the Tantraloka, an encyclopedic treatise on all philosophical and practical aspects of Kala and Trika. The term Kala describes a Hindu Tantrism. Unfortunately, the type of Hindu Tantrism is hard to find and isn't easily available. While Trika refers to the three goddesses, Para, the knower, Para, that means of knowing, and Apara, the unknown. During his lifetime, Acharya Abhinavagupta's power of knowledge and philosophical outlooks raised him to a level of an avatar. Many of Acharya Abhinavagupta's followers believe that he was indeed a Bhairav incarnate. Swami Ramji Maharaj describes the power of Acharya Abhinavagupta in the following words: "Wash your hands and feet, rinse your mouth well, then, if you recite the name Abhinavagupta, you shall sure attain moksha." Here's a short clip of Professor Bharata Gupta explaining the knowledge of Acharya Abhinavagupta.
आचार्य अभिनव गुप्त भारत के इतिहास में विद्वानों में एक विलक्षण विभूति हैं। वह हर प्रकार से अद्भुत व्यक्ति हैं, लेकिन उनके व्यक्तित्व की जो सबसे बड़ी विशिष्टता है वह है एक प्रकार की समग्रता। अपने समय में जितनी भी विद्याएं थीं, चाहे वो तंत्र हो, चाहे वो योग हो, चाहे वो किसी प्रकार की साधना हो, अथवा साहित्य हो, संगीत हो, नाटक हो और विभिन्न प्रकार के दर्शन, उन सबको उन्होंने एक प्रकार से समाहित किया है। आचार्य अभिनव गुप्त व्यक्तित्व में भी समग्र विद्याओं को सिद्ध करने वाले व्यक्ति थे और उनके व्यक्तित्व में वो सब परिलक्षित होते हैं। भारत के सुदूर दक्षिण में भी उनको महामाहेश्वर माना गया था और जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने विभिन्न मतों में शिक्षा ली थी, इसी तरह से वह जगह जगह से आने वाले शिक्षार्थियों को अपना ज्ञान बांटते रहे थे।
Abhinavagupta's name carries the meaning of Kashatma or Adhikari, meaning competence and authoritiveness. Jairat, who was Acharya Abhinavagupta's most important commentator, also revealed 3 more meanings. Hamesha Satar Rehna, meaning being ever vigilant. Har Jaga Mojud Hona, meaning being present everywhere. And Prashana Dwara Samaraksha, meaning protected by praise. Acharya Abhinavagupta's creation is well equilibrated between the branches of the triad will, icha, knowledge, jnana, and action, kriya. His works also include devotional songs, academical works, philosophical works, and works describing rituals and practices. Today, I will talk about 3 of Acharya Abhinavagupta's works, the Tantraloka, Tantrasada, and Abhinavadati. The first work we will talk about is the Tantraloka. Acharya Abhinavagupta dedicates the first couple pages of the Tantraloka to his parents and shows respect to his parents by addressing his father as Ponchimutugupta and his mother as Mahajamani because he lost his mother at a young age. As a general summary on the subject, it covers all non-dual Kashmiri Shavati and Tantric philosophy, together with practices. The Tantraloka contains more than 5,800 verses within 37 chapters. Tantra means thread or to weave and refers to the esoteric tradition of Hinduism and Buddhism. The first half of the Tantraloka describes the philosophy of Trika, the non-dual tradition of Kashmir Shaivism. The second half of the book explains the rituals. Even so, the Tantraloka is a very esoteric work that's difficult to understand. According to the 20th century scholar Swami Lakshmanju, who translated 18 chapters of the Tantraloka to English, that person who has read, achieved, and understood the depth of these 37 chapters becomes one with the Bhairav Lord Shiva. The next type of work is the Tantrasada. The Tantrasada is a summarized version of the Tantraloka, which was once more summarized in Tantrojaya and finally presented in a very short summary under the name Tantra Mantra Pranaka, or the Seed of Tantra. Divided into 5 chapters, it is a digest containing vast information related to many meanings, such as hymns or stotras, an armor or kavacha. The main objective of Tantrasada is to facilitate access to knowledge. Acharya Abhinavagupta avoids entering complicated and long philosophical arguments to treat the subject in a fluid and short manner. For us readers who are trying to learn and understand this very old text, the brevity of the Tantrasada is a great challenge, but at the same time allows us to interpret it in a broader manner. The final work I will talk about in this video is the Abhinavadati. The Abhinavadati is a commentary on ancient Indian author Bharata Muni's work of a dramatic theory, the Natya Shastra. The Natya Shastra is a Sanskrit treatise on the performing arts. In this monumental work, Acharya Abhinavagupta explains the Rasa Sutra or Diktaman Rasa of Bharata in agreement with the theory of Abhivyakti, propounded in Abhinavadana's work, the Danyaloka. Here's a short video clip by Sangam Talks explaining Acharya Abhinavagupta's theory on Rasa Sutra.
So for Abhinavagupta, the rasa was the taste of an experience. He specifically used this term rasa, and he says it was at the border between the conceptual world and the concept-free ultimate reality or pure consciousness. That was the border, rasa. That's why it was so important to him. And he says if you went to a show or an art exhibition, unless that experience of rasa was felt, unless you got the taste of that art, it wasn't really like, you hadn't really like experienced it. It wasn't enough if you just went there and kind of went through the motions. Something had to happen which you felt like you were tasting it.
To top it all off, let's talk about my experiences and challenges on stage Abhinavagupta, aka Acharya Abhinavagupta. Making this video was definitely a learning experience for me. In the process, not only did I learn a bunch about Acharya Abhinavagupta, but also about different Shaiva traditions, gods, and goddesses. There were many sites that were about Acharya Abhinavagupta, but access was limited due to a lot of sources being paid or written in Sanskrit or Hindi. Unfortunately, I cannot read Sanskrit or Hindi too well. Finally, thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my video about Acharya Abhinavagupta. Namaskar.